We often want to group data and apply distinct transformations to distinct groups. Instead of aggregating after grouping, we can apply a transform method instead. This changes data frame entries according to a specified function in place without changing the index. As an example, let's compute a z-score. The z-score of a value is its distance from the mean of its population measured in units of standard deviation. This function is a transformation in that it accepts a series as an input and returns a conforming series. We'll use the automobile data from 390 automobiles manufactured from 1970 to 1982. We can apply the z-score function to the columns of the auto data frame, for instance, the MPG column, and look at the first few rows. Looking at the second row, this means the MPG rating of 18.0 for the 1970 Buick Skylark 320 is more than one standard deviation below the mean computed over all automobiles listed from 1970 to 1982. As an alternative, we might want to normalize the MPG data independently by year instead of over the whole population. We use group by year, we transform the values in each year using the z-score function, and then we recombine them back into the original shape. Again, we chain the head method to see the top rows only. In this case, normalized by year, the MPG rating for the Buick Skylark 320 is now only 1/2 standard deviation below average amongst cars manufactured in 1970. We know the AG method applies reduction and the transform method applies a function element-wise to groups. In some cases, split, abide, combine operations do not neatly fall into aggregation or transformation. For those cases, we use apply. As an example, we define a function z-score with year and name that receives a group of rows and returns a similar data frame with the z-score, the year, and the automobile name as columns. This new transformation is too complicated for transform, so we use apply instead. The output is the same z-score normalized MPG rating along with the name and year of manufacture for each automobile. Let's take a look at the function z-score with year and name again. This function is called 13 times, once for each year between 1970 and 1982, that is once for each group. We didn't select any particular columns after grouping, so all of the columns are retained in the subgroups used by the method apply. Within the function, the output data frame has 3 columns specified as dictionary keys. The dictionary values are selections from the input group. We transform the MPG column and take the original values from the year and name columns. After z-score with year and name has been called 13 times, the apply function recombines the outputs in a data frame with 390 rows. Now it's your turn to practice using transform and apply in the exercises.